What makes the CRC tournament special? It doesn't matter your record or where you're ranked. When you enter York City Auditorium, all bets are off. Where the underdog always has that chance. Where the third grader sits in the balcony and dreams about lifting the trophy just like their hero down on the floor. Where a quarterfinal game can sound just like Championship Friday. And where Friday's championship games with fans of 13 conference teams converge to create a standing room only environment. Where sitting in the cold locker room, the anticipation builds, and you can feel the weight of expectations in the gym below you. Where every year state champions point to this tournament as the one to kickstart their title run. It's CRC Championship Friday on Strive Sports.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the York City Auditorium for the boys' third-place game of the Crossroads Conference basketball tournament. We have reached the boys' end of the tournament, and we've got a couple of good coaching matchups and a couple of good player matchups. So it should be a fun one here this afternoon. Exeter-Milligan into the third-place game after dropping the semifinal yesterday to Giltner, 34-32. By eyewitness accounts, it would appear that it was more like a football game than a basketball game. But here we are, still playing basketball at this stage of the game. Exeter-Milligan fell to, like we said, to Giltner, 34-32. Cross County in their semifinal game against Shelby Rising City. The Huskies will be a lot of fun to watch, I think, later on tonight. They won that game 54-37. A little bit of a story, though, Wednesday night, Cross County over BDS. In that game, Coach Dan Conway picked up his 100th career win as head coach of the Cougars. So it is Coach Dan Conway and Coach Dean Philippi. Coach Dean Philippi has been at this game for a very, very long time there in Milligan, and now at Exeter and Milligan. And we've got the Timberwolves and the Cougars set to do battle. Exeter-Milligan in the black, Cross County in the white. Third place game of the boys' CRC tournament is underway from the York City Auditorium. And it will be tough, and it will be physical. And quickly up ahead, already after one turnover at the other end, a layup no good by Colton Bosseler in the starting lineup, along with Mitchell Manning, Mad Max Zeleny. Familiar names from the football season, Johnny Babula and Spencer Pribble in the starting five for Exeter-Milligan. That's Zeleny with it on the left wing. Max opened up the game yesterday with a couple of threes from the outside against Giltner. This is Pribble from the high post, and Spencer knocks it down for the first two of the ball game. Left alone, right wing. Hey, why not? Three-pointer up and good. Isaac Noyd knocks it down, says, yeah, I can hit this. Isaac out there in the starting lineup along with Grant Hollinger. Also Alex Pinkelman. We see Cale Lundstrom. And also we see down there Corey Hollinger. He'll be a freshman to watch as Pribble gets free underneath and puts it in for a quick 4-3 Exeter-Milligan lead. Also out there in the starting lineup, we mentioned Pinkelman. And we got all five. We've got Pinkelman, Lundstrom, Hollinger, and Noyd out there for Cross County. And now Christian Rystrom into the ball game for the Cougars. A foul, by the way, on Max Zeleny, his first, team's first. Cougars to inbound. Zeleny brings it up. Down the sideline it goes for Bosseler. Trying to bounce it for Babula. Knocked out of bounds, though. Good defense over the top by Pinkelman. Pribble on the inbounds. Spencer in the lane. Tough shot, but he banks it home. Spencer Pribble, all 6 points for the Timberwolves in the early going here. First 2 minutes of this contest. High post, Corey Hollinger. Spin move down the lane. Oh, boy, that's going to be fun to watch. Corey Hollinger, 7.8 points per contest for the Cougars this year. Corey is a 6'4" freshman. Isaac Noyd picks up the foul, his first, team's first. Carter Syme, Cale Lundstrom back into the game. Pribble inbounds, 15-footer, and that's no good. Babula, though, grabs a rebound and wisely throws it off Pinkelman's leg, and it will stay with Exeter-Milligan. In for the Cougars, Austin Van Horn and Grant Hollinger. Grant averages 9.5 points per game. Lundstrom, the leading scorer, averaging 10.5 per game for the Cougars. A lot of guys usually in the rotation for Coach Conway and Cross County. Zeleny picked up man-to-man on the defense by Carter Syme. Pribble drives. Syme knocked it free off of Pribble's leg and out of bounds. Turnover, Timberwolves. So 6-5, right back the other way. Cross County underneath. That was lost out of bounds. Grant Hollinger tried the spin move baseline and forgot to bring the ball with him. That one knocked free. It's stolen away by Rystrom. Right to the other end. Rystrom misses the layup, though. Pribble clears the rebound. Zeleny brings it up. Now back into the middle for Bossler. Max spins, fades away, left it short. Corey Hollinger the rebound. Here comes the freshman. Leaves it for big brother. Back into the corner. Corey, he goes baseline. Tough shot, can't finish though. The defensive rebound for Babula. 4:18 and counting. First quarter, 6-5 our score. Timberwolves of Exeter-Milligan on top. Timberwolves in the championship game of this tournament a year ago, where they had a good first half lead, only to see a Heinrichs from Giltner lead the charge as the Hornets won the game. Giltner back into the championship, where they will take on Shelby Rising City later on tonight. That three from Zeleny bounces off the front. The defensive rebound for Van Horn. Here comes Cross County, down by one. The wing three is no good. Pribble snatches the rebound. The shot was put up by Carter Syme. Baseline, that's going to be a travel. Bossler, the guilty party, third Timberwolf turnover. Pinkelman back into the game for Cross County. Trevor Zelenka in for the first time for Exeter-Milligan. And we also see Jackson Beathy, a sophomore, in the contest for the Timberwolves. Pinkelman on the drive. A little up and under between two defenders. A lot of contact, no foul. Beathy clears the board. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. High post for Jackson. Nice, squares up, looking for a handoff. Gets it to Manning. Mitchell, thought he was going to hand it off, and instead got a screen, and so Hollinger picks up the steal. Excuse me, Van Horn. Hollinger's out. Isaac Noyd up top, now onto the wing for Van Horn. Back to Noyd. The ball movement good. It's an open three that won't find the net, I should say, for Syme, and an offensive foul going after that rebound on Grant Hollinger. Grant's first, team's first. Kale Lundstrom in for Cross County. Babula and Bossler back in for Exeter-Milligan. Noyd poked that one free. All our scoring came in the first couple of minutes for both teams. All 6 for Exeter-Milligan came from Spencer Pribble. We've been scoreless for the last about 4 minutes of this contest, though. Man-to-man defense for the Timberwolves. There's Zeleny on the block. Good cut by Babula, and he's fouled on the way up, and Johnny will get a couple of free throws. Alex Pinkelman picked up the foul, his first, team second. First free throws of the game for the Timberwolves. Corey Hollinger back into the game for Cross County. And Johnny banks in the second free throw because why not? 7-5. Timberwolves on top. Cougars with the basketball. It's Lundstrom with it. Back to the right side for Syme. Man-to-man for the Timberwolves. There's a three up and good by Corey Hollinger. The freshman has 5 early, and Cross County has their first lead of the game. Minute 10 to go, opening period. Foul up there, half court. Syme tried to get there. Zeleny was first. Carter Syme picks up his first, team's third. Christian Rystrom in for Cross County. Spencer Pribble, Mitchell Manning in for the Timberwolves. Pribble takes the inbounds, hands it to Manning, and now Zelenka will set things up. Trevor drives, and the feet didn't stop at the same time. Whistled for the 4th turnover for the Timberwolves. Under a minute to play, first quarter. 8-7 our score. Cross County with the lead in the basketball. And a carry, a turnover right back against the freshman Corey Hollinger. Zelenka with Syme all over him, now passes it off for Bossler. And now it's loose and just about got to that one, did Syme, but it will stay with Exeter-Milligan. 37 seconds left, first period. Beatty takes the inbounds. Jackson all the way into the corner to the block. Now Pribble has it. 28 seconds and counting. Beatty onto the block, little fadeaway. Got the shooter's bounce. Jackson Beatty with his first basket of the game. 9-8, 10 seconds left, first quarter, and a turnover. Cross County. Pass a little wide from Lundstrom, and Zeleny will come back in with 8 seconds left. Time to do something for Exeter-Milligan. If they choose. Got to go now. Zelenka's got it. Had it poked free. Trevor throws it to Zeleny. This would count. It was way off balance. Max just about got it up there, but at the end of one, it is 9-8. Exeter-Milligan on top. We'll come back for the second quarter of the boys' third place game of the Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament presented by Cornerstone Bank.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Start of the second quarter, Exeter-Milligan with the basketball and a 1-point lead, 9-8. Spencer Pribble led the way for the Timberwolves in that first quarter, scoring the first 6 of the game. And that came in about the first 2 minutes. Zeleny, tough drive, tough shot, can't get it to fall. Hollinger the rebound. That was Corey that grabbed it. Now Grant brings it up. Grant down the lane, hop steps, leaves it for Corey. Spin move, nobody home to pass to. Hands it back to Grant. Into a double team, hands slapping at it. Ball on the floor. Whoa, some handy-dandy dribbling there. And Lundstrom hits Hollinger for the 3. That's Grant knocking it down. Boy, Lundstrom made that play happen, though. Went behind his back to split a couple of defenders. Now Babula wide open. Missed it once, got it back. He got fouled the second time. Corey Hollinger will pick up his first personal foul and send Johnny Babula to the free throw line. Johnny shot the only free throws by anybody in the first quarter. Made 1 for 2 there. Cornerstone Bank is playing to win. At Cornerstone Bank, our team is committed to providing you game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 42 locations in 33 Nebraska communities, we call the right place for you to score big with your financial goals. Be a part of the winning team. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Jump ball on the rebound will give it to Cross County. Quickly into the front court, an open 3 for Lundstrom. No. Offensive rebound, though, Pinkelman. Alex had it knocked free by Zeleny. It will stay with the Cougars. Just over a minute gone in the first half, I should say. Little step over for Lundstrom, in and out, Pribble the board. The clown's mouth said, not today. Now Pribble from the high post draws a blocking foul on Hollinger. And the freshman now has 2 fouls. That's 5 team fouls on Cross County. Beathy in for the Timberwolves, and Van Horn returns for the Cougars. Bossler in the lane, shot no good. And a foul on Grant Hollinger. Now Grant has 2 fouls. So both Hollinger boys have 2 fouls, and that's 6 as a team. Make it 7, excuse me. I had the number wrong myself the last time. So Colton Bossler will shoot a 1-and-1 here. Pribble snatches the rebound and then gets called for travel. Real quick into the front court, drive and a hanging shot put up there by Isaac Noyd. He really pushed the tempo quickly there, and Jackson Beathy picks up the foul, so Noyd will get a couple of shots here. Isaac averages 4.6 points per game, the 5'9" sophomore. 4 points in the game for Isaac Noyd. The lead is 3 for Cross County. Zeleny, tough drive. His shot will not fall on the defensive rebound. Good box out by Pinkelman. Now a chance at a run out here for Cross County. Lundstrom to step over. No, but an offensive rebound snatched by Van Horn. Another crack at it for the Cougars. Noyd fouled by Bossler. Colton picks up his first, just the team's second. Rystrom back in for Cross County. Cross court, Zeleny steps in front of the pass, picks it off. His layup will not fall though. And now who we got on the ball? Exeter-Milligan back with it. Zeleny underneath, gonna wave off the shot. They got a foul on the floor first. And a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Max Zeleny coming. Call the foul on Rystrom, his first and the 8th team foul. Zeleny the 1-and-1, good on the front end. Those are the first 2 made free throws for Exeter-Milligan. They're back within 1. 5:40 to go, first half. Man-to-man defense for both teams so far in the ball game. Skip pass all the way into the corner. Now baseline for Rystrom all the way to the rim. And the finish. Nice move by Christian Rystrom. His first basket of the ball game. He averages 2. He's got 2 per contest. And it's 14-11. Cross County back by 3. Beathy coming around from the high post. A little fadeaway, spins out. Pribble with an offensive rebound. No. Rystrom the board. Here come the Cougars. Cross court. Whoa, what is the call? They're going to say last touched by Exeter-Milligan. That was a tough one. Now the officials are actually going to confer under the hoop. Pass was intended for Carter Syme. And they're going to leave it with Cross County. So an official on this sideline had a similar angle to what you saw. An official underneath said that Syme was not the last to touch it. Quick 3 by Lundstrom comes up way short. Zeleny the rebound. Here come the Timberwolves. That's Manning with it in the corner. Now Pribble. High post for Beathy. Hands it off Zelenka. Trevor down the lane. No shot, but a 1-and-1 opportunity for Trevor Zelenka. Syme picks up his second. I don't know if it's Trevor's birthday or not, but he's being serenaded by the Cross County girls with happy birthday across the way. And apparently it's not his birthday because he didn't make the free throw. Noyd picks up his dribble. Rystrom's got it. Now Isaac goes on the drive into the lane, kicks it out. Rystrom for 3. Got it. Christian Rystrom, 5 points in the quarter. Cross County has a 6-point lead. 4:15 to go, first half. That was Zeleny, no, but Jackson Beathy with a chance at an and-1. Van Horn picks up the foul. Beathy can't get the three-point play. Lundstrom the rebound. Quickly ahead come the Cougars. Hop step, nice pass on the backside. The layup will not go for Thomas Harrington Newton, but the rebound last touched by the Timberwolves. Quick 3 for Lundstrom off the top of the backboard from the corner. Zeleny the rebound, leaves it for Beathy. Jackson all alone lays it in. So athletic are these Timberwolves and can score in a hurry coming down the court. And a reach-in foul on Zeleny. Max picks up his second, just the fourth on the team. Grant Hollinger coming in. He's got 2 fouls to think about. Alex Pinkelman also coming in for Cross County. Noyd dribbles into a double team and draws a foul on Bossler that time. Babula coming in for Exeter-Milligan, replacing Bossler, who's got those 2 fouls. Rystrom, into the corner it goes for Lundstrom. Quick ball movement. Exeter-Milligan so athletic on defense, though. They make it so tough to get a good shot. That wasn't a great shot, but still a foul called, and 2 free throws coming for Isaac Noyd. Mitchell Manning picks up his first, team 6th. Noyd has shot the only 2 free throws so far in the game for Cross County. He is now 2 out of 3 from the stripe. .305 to go, first half. Exeter-Milligan with the basketball. It's Beathy, now Pribble up top. Onto the block, Babula. Good screen on the backside there from Mitchell Manning, and Babula, the benefactor, gets the basket. 2-point game again. Noyd to the right block, his shot a little short. The rebound is tipped, and they're going to get a foul, though. Hartington Newton whistled for the foul. That'll be Thomas's first. And Babula will shoot a double bonus at the other end. Nope. Not Babula. They're going to say Spencer Pribble. So Spencer scored 6 straight to start the game in the first 2 minutes of the contest. I don't think he's taken a shot since then. This is the first here. Now the itsy-bitsy spider from the Cross County Girls across the way. And it works. Pribble goes 0 for 2. But a turnover right back. Noyd lost his dribble out of bounds. Dribble drive by Zelenka results in a foul, will result in a couple of free throws on the double bonus. Call it on Rystrom. It's his second. Free throw attempts racking up here for the Timberwolves. Zelenka knocks down the first of 2. Landon Burke into the game for Cross County. And we're all tied up at 19 after both free throws by Trevor Zelenka. Quickly ahead, nobody went with the new guy. The layup, though, missed by Burke. The rebound for Babula. So a chance to take the lead here for Exeter-Milligan. Manning hands it for Zelenka. The screen from Pribble, Manning on the wing. To Pribble, baseline, Spencer, a little hanging shot, got it to go. 8 points for Spencer Pribble. Exeter-Milligan is in front by 2. Grant Hollinger, quiet since he exited earlier this quarter with 2 fouls, turns it over. 5th turnover for the Cougars in the game. Manning on the wing. Now Zelenka will set up the offense. 1.5 to go, first half. Babula, top of the key. Now Manning. Beathy at the high post, that was Pribble, excuse me. That's Beathy on the dribble drive. Kicked around, it was kicked by Cross County. It will stay with Exeter-Milligan. That lets Cale Lundstrom back into the game. Grant Hollinger exits. Pribble at the high post. Hands it off for Zelenka. Tried to get it back down, and Pinkelman picks up the foul. Pribble will go to the foul line. Four of 11 so far in the second quarter at the free throw line. Now 5 of 12. Austin Van Horn in for Cross County. So 5 of 12 in the second quarter at the free throw line and make it 6 of 13. Pribble's got 10 to lead all scorers. 23-19. Timberwolves on top. 40 seconds to go, first half. Onto the block. Hartington Newton back up. Noyd for 3. Beathy, good position, got the rebound. Final 22 seconds and a steal. Hartington Newton comes up with that. Noyd across the timeline. 8 seconds to go. 4 seconds, 3. This will be Lundstrom bouncing off, no good. And that's your halftime break. Exeter-Milligan 23, Cross County 19 as they all make the dash for the locker rooms. We'll come back with some halftime stats and a tournament recap. After this, you're watching the Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament presented by Cornerstone Bank.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
I never really imagined that I would be a diesel technician. I started out in a whole different other field and then kind of worked my way and stumbled my way into it, and I enjoy every day of it.
The people that I work with are great. Even if you're having a bad day, you know, they find some way to try to make you laugh or smile, to try to brighten your day up. It'll be a life-changing opportunity, so there's a lot of good things that this company has to offer.
Teens drink 1/4 of all alcohol sold in Nebraska. That's 2 times the national average, 5th worst in the nation. But there's something proven to stop teen binge drinking. It's called parenting, and there is one parenting style that works best. Learn more about the parenting style that works against teen drinking. Talkaboutalcohol.org.
Well, third quarter underway. We ain't messing around here, folks. We went from a minute on the clock to not a minute on the clock. And right to the lane goes Max Zeleny. Can't finish, though. And here comes the Cougars of Cross County. Both of the Hollingers playing with 2 fouls to start this third quarter, both in the starting lineup of the second half. That is a 3-ball from Grant, top of the key. 6 points for Grant. 1-point game. Exeter-Milligan with a lead. Babula, Zeleny, Manning, Bossler, Pribble for the Timberwolves. Pinkelman, Lundstrom, Grant Hollinger, Corey Hollinger, Isaac Noyd. Oh, maybe an ill-advised shot attempt. Better off to just corral that thing, perhaps, for Grant Hollinger. Exeter-Milligan comes back the other way. Bossler to Zeleny. Max spins baseline. Nobody home. Can't get the shot, but got his own rebound. Mad Max playing as such. I've been told by eyewitness accounts now, tonight's game even more physical than last night's semifinal game between Exeter-Milligan and Giltner. My credible source says, hindsight being 2020, play like this last night, Exeter-Milligan would have beaten Giltner. So far, hasn't happened quite that way. Timberwolves lead by 1 here. Alex Pinkelman just picked up his 3rd personal foul. He will come out. Austin Van Horn comes in for Cross County. We invite you to make sure you are watching our stream just before the start of the girls' championship game. A special presentation to be made on the courts. And Manning draws the foul, and it's the 3rd on Grant Hollinger. Manning jumps into Hollinger, and Mitchell will get a couple of free throws. But even more important than the free throws are the 3rd foul on Grant Hollinger. Exeter-Milligan 7 of 15 at the free throw line in the first half. Cross County was 3 for 4. They were all shot by Isaac Noyd. Nobody with more than 2 fouls for Exeter-Milligan. And now 2 guys already with 3 for Cross County. Both free throws missed, but right back the other way we go. And this is the freshman Corey Hollinger. Jackson Beathy comes in. So that ball, we stopped the clock as the ball went through the curtain up there on the stage. And the inbounds, Pribble takes it in the middle, though. Oh, off the hands of Manning. Picked up by Rystrom. Christian Rystrom is out there. 7th turnover of the game, and it happens to be a 3-pointer coming back for Noyd. 27-23. I missed a free throw earlier on the scoreboard. My apologies. 27-23. 5:33 to go. Third quarter. The shot no good. Hollinger the rebound. Here comes Noyd. Isaac turn, fade away, got it. Isaac Noyd, 5 points in the quarter, 11 for the game. Cross County has the lead up to 6 right out of the gate. Third quarter, timeout. It's a full one. Exeter-Milligan on the floor. Tonight's game brought to you by Cornerstone Bank.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Tournament recap, the Cross County Cougars in this game as the 5 seed, beating Dorchester in round 1, 70-27. Beat BDS in the second round. That was on Wednesday, actually, for Coach Conway's 100th win before losing last night to Shelby Rising City, 54-37. Exeter-Milligan was the 2 seed. They advanced straight to the second round to play East Butler, winning that game 64-35 before falling last night to Giltner 34-32. Some free throws late by the Hornets, able to secure that victory. And right now, though, it is Cross County with a 6-point lead as they have come out. A couple of threes, one by Grant Hollinger, one by Isaac Noyd, and another basket by Isaac not too long ago to push the lead up to 6. A missed shot, but a foul on the rebound will leave it with the Timberwolves. Call it on Austin Van Horn. His first, team's, I believe that's the third on Cross County of the half. Bossler back in for Exeter-Milligan. He takes the inbounds. Now Zeleny on the drive, leaves it for Beathy. Backside, Jackson finishes. Oh, a little miscommunication up top. Noyd made his move, and he ran right into Austin Van Horn for the 6th Cougar turnover. Beathy at the high post. Squares up to make his move, kicks it out for Bossler. Colton goes to the top of the key, guarded by Lundstrom. Both teams man-to-man throughout. Noyd on top of Zeleny to make sure Max couldn't even get the shot above his head. That's one way to do it. Zeleny will shoot the 2. Right now, 7 of 17 for the game is Exeter-Milligan at the free throw line. Now Zeleny's got his 3rd point. Noyd snatches that 2nd shot rebound, fires it quickly ahead. Corey Hollinger, dribble drive, hangs with a left hand, and he will get the finger roll to finish. The freshman has 9. 31-26, your score. Bossler in the corner, way long on the 3, but right to Zelenka. It went underneath the net. That shot will not count for points, but it looks cool. If you can get it to go in horse, it might be worth a letter. It does not count in a regulation game, though. Trevor Zelenka will shoot the 2 free throws. The foul on Isaac Noyd, they say his 3rd. It's 5 fouls on Cross County already in the quarter. None whistled against Exeter-Milligan so far. But both free throws no good. Timberwolves just 1 of 6 at the line so far in the period. And there is the first foul as Rystrom says, you know what, I'm going somewhere. I'm going fast. Foul on Zelenka is his first. Inbounds right underneath the hoop. The layup good by Van Horn. 33-26. Cougars on top. Into the lane, blocking foul. Call it on Van Horn, his 3rd. And now 6 team fouls, so Exeter-Milligan effectively in the bonus for the rest of the game. Bossler takes the inbounds. Beathy on the drive, too far underneath the hoop when he got the shot up, though. Hollinger the rebound. Here comes Corey. Fakes the pass, goes with a shot, and gets it to go. 11 points for Corey Hollinger. Right back the other way comes Beathy. Traveled with the basketball. Timeout, Exeter-Milligan. A 30-second timeout. Earlier today in girls action in the third place game, East Butler beat Cross County 45-41. Amanda Aerts had 14 points. Addie Sullivan 8 to lead the way for East Butler. Cross County got 20 from Erica Stratman, including 7 in the third quarter. Cortland Schaefer added 10 in the losing effort for the Cougars. Coming up tonight yet, 6:30 start time expected. We should be pretty close to that. BDS and McCool Junction for the girls' championship. BDS with wins over Giltner and East Butler in the first 2 rounds. McCool Junction, the 3 seed, beat Shelby Rising City in their first round, and then Cross County in the semifinals to make their way to that championship game. So that girls' game scheduled to start at 6:30. We've been good on our start time so far since the first 2 have started. And again, a reminder of a special presentation right before the lineups are introduced for that girls' championship game. You want to stick around and make sure you're watching for that one. Spencer Pribble just got whistled for his first personal. Corey Hollinger, after the play was over, though, kind of continuing it as a 30-second timeout gets taken here by Coach Dan Conway. Hollinger actually got kind of continued to take a shot and kind of rolled his own ankle coming down. So a timeout taken here by the Cougars. We mentioned it before, but this boys tournament for the Crossroads Conference, officially since it's been the Crossroads Conference by name, 1951 was the first year they played the tournament. Gresham beat Benedict back then, 49-47. That was the first year of the Crossroads Conference. Maybe a trivia question. If you could tell me, and your name is not Tony Chapman, what was the name of the conference before that? That'd be a good one. See if you got it. What was the name of the conference before it was the Crossroads Conference? Got to tweet it at Strive Sports. We'll give you a shout out. Up and under in the lane, the shot good by Kale Lundstrom. Cross County's lead up to 11 all of a sudden. After they trailed by 2 at the half, out of bounds off Cross County. Max Zeleny with it. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Crowd beginning to fill in a little bit. Cross County girls across the way. They've been able to add a little noise to the auditorium. Zeleny on the drive. Shots on the way for Max. First on Lundstrom. Zeleny to shoot 2. The problem for Exeter-Milligan hasn't been getting to the free throw line. It's been making them. That one finally does fall. Max is 2 for 3 so far in the quarter. The team as a whole is, well, now they are 3 of 8 at the line. So 37-28. Those were needed. Only 1 field goal for the Timberwolves so far here in the third quarter. Onto the block, Hartington Newton. His shot redirected by Spencer Pribble. Good defense by Spencer. Didn't force the issue, just forced a bad shot. Tough shot by Bossler at the other end. He will get 2 free throws. Carter Syme just picked up his third. 5 different Cougars have 3 personal fouls. Eight fouls on Cross County, 3 on Exeter-Milligan so far here in the second half. Bossler makes good on both. So after a slow start at the free throw line, that's 4 straight makes by the Timberwolves. In the corner, that's Syme with it. Skip pass. Good catch by Rystrom to keep it away from Coach Conway. Onto the block it goes. Hartington Newton, tough shot over Babula, and he got it to go. Everything from the field so far in this third quarter. Cross County's lead back to 9 with 50 seconds to go in the third. Pribble. Zeleny. Max hangs. Got his own rebound. Gets called for a travel. Tough call there. 37 seconds left. A lot of subs in. Noyd, Grant Hollinger, Alex Pinkelman all in for Cross County. 9-point Cougar lead. They trailed by, I was wrong before, they trailed by 4 at half. It was 23-19 at the half. Noyd for Grant Hollinger. Grant, pump fake, left it short. Manning has a few seconds, got away with the travel. Pribble, this would count, but off the supports up top. That's the end of 3. 39-30, Cross County erases a deficit, takes the lead, heading to the fourth quarter. Back after this on Strive Sports coverage of the Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
20-7, the score in favor of Cross County in that quarter to take a 9-point lead to the final 8 minutes. Isaac Noyd and Corey Hollinger each with 11 to lead the way. And there's a basket for Kale Lundstrom, who now has 4 points in the contest. Beathy lays it in. He's got 10. That leads the way, along with Spencer Pribble for Exeter-Milligan. Pinkelman with his dribble. Of note in the game, 12 of 25. That's Exeter-Milligan at the free throw line. They have not hit a three-point basket. Tough shot down low. Corey Hollinger puts it in. Corey's got 13 now. On the other end, Cross County is 3 for 4 at the free throw line, and they have 6 three-pointers. The lead is 11 for the Cougars. That's a long three from Zeleny. Corey Hollinger, the rebound. 6:20 to go. A little bit of danger zone right now for Exeter-Milligan. They have to be extra sharp on defense and then try to convert on offense. Cross County perhaps can afford to bleed a little clock on each offensive possession. Lundstrom, though, gets it on the block. Back out for, that was Hollinger and then Lundstrom. Now Noyd. And again, in no big hurry are the Cross County Cougars. And just when you think we can hang on to it for a while, Max Zellen, he says, thanks, I'll take that, and draw a foul. He's going to get free throws at the other end for a 1-and-1, actually. And on Isaac Noyd, that's foul number 4. So the foul situation is going to be very interesting to keep an eye on for Cross County. Zeleny will shoot the 1-and-1. Grant Hollinger, top of the key, comes down with a left hand too strong. Pribble the rebound. The lead remains 11 for Cross County. 5:20 to go. Beathy in the post. Corey Hollinger the rebound. Zeleny deflects the outlet pass though. Now who's got it? We've got to scramble. We've got to fight for the ball. Jump ball is the call. Possession Exeter-Milligan. Zelenka gets it for Manning on the right wing. Back for Zelenka. Beathy, good position. Can't get the layup. Got it back and tips it in. Beathy with 12 in the game. Cross County looking to attack on the press break, and Pinkelman gets the basket. Boy, a quick answer there for Cross County. Pushes the lead right back to 11. A lot of time still left. Beathy for 3, and he got it. Here comes Jackson Beathy. Already with 7 points in the quarter. Timeout, Cross County. Full timeout. Well, what does the City Auditorium have in store for us for the final 4:26 of regulation?
I never really imagined that I would be a diesel technician. I started out in a whole different other field and then kind of worked my way and stumbled my way into it, and I enjoy every day of it.
The people that I work with are great. Even if you're having a bad day, you know, they find some way to try to make you laugh or smile to try to brighten your day up. It'll be a life-changing opportunity. So there's a lot of good things that this company has to offer.
45-37, Cross County with a lead to inbound the basketball. Corey Hollinger to Grant Hollinger in the backcourt. And now across the timeline. Zeleny tips it out of bounds. Carter Syme on the inbounds for Grant Hollinger on the wing. A matter of possessions right now, right? 8-point lead for Cross County. Can you hang on to it for 30, 35, 50 seconds at a time? Will Exeter-Milligan let you have it for 50 seconds at a time? Boy, that was tempting for Lundstrom. He passes up the wide open 3, though. Probably smart. Here's another 10 seconds or so already off the clock. Crowd continues to fill in. The girls' championship game scheduled to start at 6:30 between BDS and McCool Junction. Grant Hollinger in the lane, had it knocked free. It's taken away by Beathy, and a foul on Hollinger in the backcourt. That's 4 on Grant. And the final 1-and-1, no, it is a double bonus. 10 team fouls, so 2 free throws for Jackson Beathy. Got them both. Jackson Beatty has 9 in the quarter, 17 for the game. Hollinger in the lane, he traveled with it. Oh, a little indecision there by Grant Hollinger. Do I attack the rim because we got this press break, or do we come back outside with it? And indecision kills the cat in that regard. And now the game is a 6-point contest. Still a lot of time, 3:10 remaining, fourth quarter. Zeleny, hard drive. Fouled on his putback attempt by Corey Hollinger. It'll be a double bonus. That's 3 on the freshman. Six of 9 at the free throw line. 6 of 8 at the free throw line for Max Zeleny in the game. 4-point contest, 3 minutes to go. This is why we come to the York City Auditorium every year. And a foul on Beatty up the sideline. Fouls to give, actually, if you're Exeter-Milligan. Beatty, Bossler, and Zeleny each have 2, but that's it. And that's only 4 team fouls, so you can be pretty aggressive going after steals if you are Exeter-Milligan. And again, if you're Cross County, can you bleed some clock? You get a steal here. That's what you get. Zeleny leads the break. Beatty at the other end. Jackson lays it in. And it's a 2-point contest with 2.5 to go. Now Cross County has to go at the rim. Corey Hollinger has it stripped and taken away. Manning with a steal. Chance to tie or take the lead for the Timberwolves. Down 9 to start this quarter. Down 11 at one point. Beatty for the lead. That's way long. And a foul on the rebound on the Timberwolves. Will be Cross County basketball. Call the foul on Manning, his second, just the team's 5th. Cross County wants to be smart with the basketball, but you got to figure they need something at the hoop. Cross County hasn't even attempted a free throw in the second half. In fact, they are 3 for 4 for the game. Aaron, check me. What do they say? How many timeouts left each way? Watch the table. They'll probably motion it here shortly. We'll find out. Did I see 2 for Exeter-Milligan and 3 for Cross County? Or 2 and 2? 3 and 2. 3 for Cross County remaining. 2 for Exeter-Milligan. To get the scoreboard updated there. Minute 50 to go. Cross County 45, Exeter-Milligan 43. I haven't checked Twitter. I apologize. Did we get an answer to our trivia question? We'll ask it again later. Into the backcourt. That's okay. Symes got it, guarded by Manning. Minute 45 to go. Off the foot, out of bounds, turnover. 4 straight turnovers for Cross County without getting a look at the hoop. And again, a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession if you're Exeter-Milligan. Minute and a half to go. Beatty. Zelenka, now Zeleny. Timeout, Exeter-Milligan. Coach Philippi wants a 30-second timeout. Crossroads Conference basketball tournament presented by Cornerstone Bank, who is playing to win. At Cornerstone Bank, our team is committed to providing you game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 42 locations in 33 Nebraska communities, we call the right place for you to score big with your financial goals. Be a part of the winning team, Cornerstone Bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. 45-43. Cross County hasn't scored in about 3.5 minutes or so. Exeter-Milligan has had something in the neighborhood of 4 possessions with a chance to tie or take the lead, but hasn't done it just yet. They've got 1:15 to work to see if they can get it done. Jackson Beatty has had the hot hand here in the fourth quarter with 11 points in the period. Baseline goes Zeleny, stops, tie game. Under a minute to go. 3 timeouts remaining for Cross County. Grant Hollinger. Back to Pinkelman, now Isaac Noyd. Maybe one shot here for Cross County. Noyd picked up by Pribble. No count on yet. Sure looks that way, that the Cougars are going to play for one shot. Timeout, Coach Conway, with 15.5 on the clock. Still 2 remaining if you're talking about the Cougars. Remember the girls' game coming up next. BDS winners in overtime last night in the semifinals over East Butler. 61-52. They will take on McCool Junction. They won over Cross County in the semifinals yesterday, 47-33. That game's scheduled to start at 6:30. If we're not done here. BDS girls, your defending champions. In fact, BDS girls have been in the championship game of this tournament now for 4 straight years. For McCool Junction, you got to go back to 2003 when they lost to Exeter-Milligan 55-51. They last won this championship. They won it 3 years in a row from 98 to 2000. But that's the girls' game. This is the guys' third place game. And the final 10 seconds of regulation. Grant Hollinger to Corey Hollinger. Grant goes baseline up top. Lundstrom long 3 for the win. Off the back, no good, and we will go overtime. That was a good looking play there for the Cougars. Lundstrom's shot goes just off the back. And bonus basketball in the third place game of the CRC tournament.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
So we put 4 minutes back on the clock. We add a timeout to both teams as the crowd continues to fill in for the girls' championship. Sorry, folks, we're going to be probably just a little bit late getting to that championship game. We have a third place game to finish. We re-jump things, and it will be Cross County with the ball first here in the overtime period. Man-to-man defense still for the Timberwolves. And a double dribble is going to be the call. Well, the shot there at the end of regulation was the first shot, or the only shot in about the last 3.5, if not 4 minutes of regulation for Cross County. They turned it over 4 straight times. The cross-county girls across the way, they've made a lot of noise for the guys. Beathy on the block amongst the double team. Fades away, left it short. And a run-out opportunity. This is Grant Hollinger. The first points of overtime belong to the Cougars. Bosseler. No, great box out by Pinkelman. Long run out opportunity, and Corey Hollinger throws it away. Thought Grant was still going to the hoop. Grant says, no, man, you just go finish that thing. An opportunity gone awry for the Cougars. (47-45), 2:45 to go. Zelenka blocking foul. If that's Grant, and it is, I believe. That is personal foul number 5 for Grant Hollinger. He will exit with 8 points. Christian Rystrom will be his replacement. Zelenka will shoot the double bonus. One for 2, so a 1-point cross-county lead. Noyd the rebound and brings it ahead. Now Rystrom for Pinkelman. And now Noyd. Zeleny comes over the top, knocks it free, but out of bounds off the Timberwolves. Cross County retains the possession. 2:18 remaining in overtime. Cougars trying to burn as much time as they can here. Backfired a bit at the end of regulation. Handling it so far here in overtime. Protecting a 1-point lead. To the corner for Rystrom. Christian goes to the rim and is fouled on the shot. That's not a bad take. You got a lot of time. I don't know if you could have melted that all the way down to something, I don't know. But Manning picks up his third, and Rystrom will shoot the 2 free throws. These, by the way, are the first 2 free throws since the second quarter for Cross County. They are now, as a team, 4 of 5 at the line. They have done this all from the field. Faded a bit on that one, though, so the lead is 2. Minute and a half to go. Zeleny, guarded by Hollinger. That's Corey on the defense. And away from the ball, a foul on Cross County. They will call it on Kale Lundstrom. And that sends Spencer Pribble to the foul line. Spencer scored the first 6 points of the game for Exeter-Milligan. Added 4 more in the second, but hasn't scored at all here in the second half. Mitchell Manning back into the game for Exeter-Milligan. Still a 2-point game, minute 23. Now a 1-point. Corey Hollinger, timeout, Cross County. Coach Conway says, I've seen this happen before. Let's get that timeout now. get everybody on the right page. Minute 16 to go in overtime. Girls Championship set to start after this one. BDS and McCool Junction. The Boys Championship, Giltner and Shelby Rising City. Giltner, the defending champions of this tournament. On the boys' side, Shelby Rising City, well, it's been a while. Shelby was last in this championship game, I believe, in 81. I'm looking quickly here. They last won it in 1980. They have not won it as Shelby Rising City. And you got to do it against the defending champs to do just that. Minute 10 to go. Noyd goes right back to the rim, lays it in. Everybody left him. The Red Sea parted, and that's huge to push the lead to 50. To 50. 50-47. Beathy backs his way down. Banks it home for two. Now pressured in the backcourt. Noyd across the timeline with 45 seconds to go. He's fouled. 1-and-1 coming for Isaac Noyd. Boy, if I didn't keep telling you this was the third place game, the quality of play, you would probably more expect it to be that of a championship game. This has been fun to watch since the opening tip. Isaac Noyd, his team leading by one with a 1-and-1 now. And TV's got to shut the light off in the corner. At 10-11, it's not time for the news just yet. Well, Isaac Noyd, good on you, sir. Twice the officials blow the whistle while he's got the ball because 10-11 wants to go live here during the 6 o'clock news. Because the light is on in the corner. So 51-49, 2-point game, 40 seconds to go in overtime. Beathy, high post, squares up on Pinkelman, makes his move. Got it, we're tied again. And a foul. Exeter-Milligan didn't need to, but I guess this will definitely make sure that they get the last shot. The foul on Zelenka and a 1-and-1 for Rystrom at the other end. Jackson Beathy, 4 points here in overtime. He has been a stud here tonight. 1-and-1, though, for Rystrom. Tie game. Timberwolves with a chance to win it. Timeout. Coach Dean Philippi. And Aaron down there check me at the bench as they motion. They probably will that Exeter-Milligan has 1, Cross County 2. No motion just yet. This has been fun tonight. Thanks for joining us from the York City Auditorium. Again, the crowd's filling in for the girls' championship game between BDS and McCool Junction. Set to start after this one. And if you're getting ready to tune in for that game, we would remind you to make sure you're watching. We'll make sure we got the stream going in plenty of time before, but a special presentation before the end of that, or before the lineups of that girls' championship game, a special presentation on the floor. But before we get to that, we got to finish this boys' third place game. Cross County led 39-30 at the end of 3 after they outscored Exeter-Milligan 20-7 in the third quarter. Exeter-Milligan put it back on them, outscoring Cross County 15-6 in the fourth quarter to tie things up. Here at the end of the first overtime, we're tied at 51. Timberwolves with a timeout. That's Max Zeleny with his dribble. To Bossler. To Pribble. 10 seconds. Zelenka wide open. Missed the shot. Corey Hollinger, 7-5. Timeout, Cross County. The Cougars will have an opportunity with 6.6 on the clock. One timeout remaining both ways. .6, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on the baseline or if it's going to be basically at the end of the Exeter-Milligan. No, they're pointing to the baseline. So full length of the floor is what Cross County will have to go here at the end of regulation. See what the Timberwolves want to do. Do they want to lay back and pick up the ball at half court? Or do you try to pressure it right away? Right now, Mitchell Manning stands at half court. He's the closest Timberwolf to this thing. Isaac Noyd looks like he will be bringing it up. 6.6 to go. Noyd to his right, stops. Will put up the three for the win, and we go to double overtime. 6-6 in that quarter. We add a timeout both ways, and we put another 4 back on the clock. Well, folks have gotten their money's worth here on the boys' third place game. Just imagine we still have 2 championship games to go yet tonight, right? BDS and McCool Junction coming up for the girls. Shelby Rising City and Giltner for the boys. Cross County is doing this without Grant Hollinger. He fouled out with 2:44 left in the first overtime, after he scored the only field goal for the Cougars in the overtime period. So we re-jump things. Cross County again wins the toss. Christian Rystrom, he was the replacement for Grant Hollinger after Grant fouled out. Baseline, Noyd gets to the rim, missed the shot though. Good defense by Zeleny to come over the top. Now Max is at the other end, spins in the lane, hangs and banks it home. Exeter-Milligan has their first lead in overtime. Pinkelman. Noyd. Lundstrom has it stripped. Bossler comes up with a loose ball. 15 turnovers for Cross County in the game. And now Bossler just about had it stripped, gets it over to Zeleny. Beatty on the dribble drive, reach-in foul on Lundstrom. The third on Kale. Double bonus, 2 free throws for Jackson Beatty. That makes point 24 in the ball game for Jackson Beatty. That makes point 25 for Beatty. The 4-point lead. Foul on Zeleny. 1-1 for Rystrom. That's the third on Mad Max. And Rystrom only 1 for 2 there. So a 3-point game, 2.5 minutes to go in the second overtime. Beatty spins down the lane, fouled by Hollinger. That's the 4th on Corey. 2 shots for Beatty. And the lead is 4 for the Timberwolves. "27 points for Jackson Beatty. The sophomore has been fantastic second half and overtime. There's a layup by Isaac Noyd. 3-point game again. Can the Cougars get a stop? Zeleny picks it up. Gets it for Bossler, back to Zeleny. Guarded by Noyd, he's got 4 fouls, does Isaac. Zelenka, top of the key, guarded by Lundstrom. Zelenka lost the dribble. Able to get it back in a timeout for Coach Philippi and the Timberwolves. Full timeout will take it as well. The CRC basketball tournament presented by Cornerstone Bank.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Here at the Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament, I want to take this opportunity, if you're tuning in a little early for the girls' championship, yes, we are in double overtime for the boys' third place game. But while we have your attention, a huge thank you to our advertising partners on Strive Sports, Cornerstone Bank, Truck Center Companies, and Region 5 Systems. They make it possible for us to come in to a place like the York City Auditorium and bring you fantastic games with fantastic student athletes and schools just like this one here tonight. Minute 40 to go in the second overtime, and a travel by Zelenka. 10th turnover of the game for Exeter-Milligan. Their first since the third quarter. Chance to tie it with 3 for the Cougars. High post, Pinkelman out for Noyd. Now Pinkelman again in the corner. Noyd on the wing. Isaac tried to shake Bossler, and Bossler takes it away. The 16th cross-county turnover. Pribble fouled on the shot. 2 free throws for Spencer Pribble. That's the 4th foul on Kale Lundstrom. Spencer's got 11 points tonight. 6 of those came in the first 2 minutes of the game. He had the first 6 points for Exeter-Milligan. Misses both here, though. So still an opportunity with 1:05 to go in the second overtime. Up top, Lundstrom. We're tied. Lundstrom, the cross-county fans across the way, they enjoy it immensely. Tied at 57 with 54.9 to go in the second overtime. Ben Mohorn at the top there, he's just chilling. Dynamite photos coming on our social media, courtesy of Ben, our creative director on Strive TV. And while we are giving acknowledgments, a big acknowledgement to the Crossroads Conference this year, as of this past fall, every school in the CRC is on the Strive platform. So CRC and the Southern Nebraska Conference, that happened this fall as well. The first two complete conferences on Strive TV, and we are very, very thankful for those schools sharing in our vision of helping schools share their story online. This is just a part of what these schools do, but for tonight, it's a whole lot of fun. Tied at 57 in double overtime of the boys' third place game of the CRC tournament. In the corner, knocked out of bounds. It is Cougar basketball. An opportunity for Cross County. Isaac Noyd brings it up. Lundstrom, now Rystrom's got it. Who takes the shot? It was Noyd at the end of the first overtime. Now 15 seconds left. Coach Conway takes his last timeout. With 13.9 left. The west bleachers have begun to fill in a little bit as we take a look into the huddle of Cross County with Coach Dan Conway, looking forward tonight what would be his 101st win as the head coach of Cross County. Was presented with a really cool looking basketball after the win over BDS Wednesday night. Drawing up something good in the huddle. They will inbound from right in front of their own hoop and own bench. Corey Hollinger, the freshman, will inbound it. Isaac Noyd, Christian Rystrom, Alex Pinkelman, Kale Lundstrom all out there. 10 seconds to go, double overtime, tie game. Zeleny tips it out of bounds with 4.5 seconds. And now a standard inbounds play to try to get the win. Lundstrom takes it. Kale Lundstrom, the floater, off the back. To triple overtime we go. Well, nobody was doing anything else tonight, right? A timeout and back to the auditorium after this.
I never really imagined that I would be a diesel technician. I started out in a whole different other field and then kind of worked my way and stumbled my way into it, and I enjoy every day of it.
The people that I work with are great. Even if you're having a bad day, you know, they find some way to try to make you laugh or smile, to try to brighten your day up. It'll be a life-changing opportunity. So there's a lot of good things that this company has to offer.
Why not? We're testing out the functions of our overtime scoreboard. Good news, Christian. It works for 3. And again, Cross County wins the tip in overtime. My gosh, if you aren't here for the entertainment, I'm not sure why you're here. Lundstrom, tough shot, hits the floor, no foul. On we play. Exeter-Milligan led by 4 at one point in the second overtime. And a basket by Beathy. 29 for the sophomore tonight and a foul on Bossler. Double bonus for Kale Lundstrom. Looking to tie the game. A reminder, this is only a third place game in the CRC. Can you imagine what these championship games are about to be like? Zeleny, hard drive, missed the shot, got his own rebound. Gets it for Zelenka. Trevor from 14 feet. T-Wolves by 2. Corey Hollinger fouled on the shot. The freshman dead quiet in all of the overtimes. In fact, he had a basket early fourth quarter. That was the last he scored. Now we'll get 2 free throws. Hasn't shot a free throw in the game yet. Does have 13 points. Missed them both pretty bad there. So still a 2-point Exeter-Milligan lead. Zeleny. Bossler. Zelenka. Bossler. Timeout, Exeter-Milligan. They will have, after this timeout, 1 remaining. A reminder that at some point this game will end. At some point. And when that game is over, we will be ready for the girls' championship. Just before the introduction of the lineups, a special presentation on the floor. So make sure you are tuned in for that. If you are expecting the girls' championship game to be starting in 3 minutes, I'm sorry to say it is not. No, we are fully invested in our third overtime of the third place game of the boys' CRC tournament. The old auditorium getting a few more folks lined in. In fact, BDS fans must be sitting on the same side that I'm sitting on because they are lined at the top and in the corner waiting for the cross-county folks to clear out. So the Timberwolves leading by 2, each team with a timeout remaining. Both teams in the double bonus. Bossler takes the inbounds, guarded by Isaac Noyd, who is out there with 4 fouls. Spencer Pribble for Zeleny on the wing. Max into the lane, tough shot blocked by Hollinger. Pinkelman is fouled. Two shots. 3 straight misses for the Cougars at the free throw line. One-point game, 2:17 to go. Overtime, number 3. Bossler for Zeleny. Beathy. Jackson has scored 29 points in the ballgame. He goes to work. Good defense down there by Pinkelman. Didn't let him get his feet set that time. Beathy had to give it up. Zelenka for Bossler. Now Beathy at the high post. Oh, got Pinkelman off his feet. Didn't go back at the rim, though. And a 3-second violation. A lot of time still left. 1.5 minutes to go in overtime number 3. Lundstrom tracks it down near half court. Wants some help, gets it to Pinkelman, back to Lundstrom. Kale for a three. No, defensive rebound, Pribble. Minute to go, third overtime. To the block, Pinkelman knocked it free and gets called for the foul. That'll be 4 on Alex, and we'll send Bossler to the free throw line. Bossler is 3 for 5 at the free throw line in the ball game. This one is huge to make it a 3-point game. Ice cold. Coach Conway gets his timeout. Girls Championship is coming up. BDS and McCool Junction. About a 20-minute warm-up before we get to that one. And then the boys championship, Shelby Rising City and Giltner. That's the nightcap. If they're better than this one, it's going to be awesome. A look at the cross-county student faithful that has made the trip. Some pep bands coming up. I think McCool Junction brought the band tonight. In the auditorium, it just sounds a little better when you get a pep band in here. Cross County out of timeouts. Exeter-Milligan with 1 remaining. Isaac Noyd will set it up for the Cougars. Lundstrom, open 3. No. Hollinger a rebound. Corey back to the rim. That spins out. Zeleny rips out the rebound. Spins away from the defense. Up ahead. It's knocked free. Lundstrom comes away with a steal. Another opportunity. No timeouts for Cross County. Isaac Noyd has it. Bomb of a 3. That's way off. Beathy grabs the rebound and is fouled by Pinkelman. And that is number 5 on Alex Pinkelman. Two shots coming for Jackson Beathy. Carter Syme in for Cross County. One might do it, but not yet. No timeouts for Cross County. Missed them both. A chance still for the Cougars. Rystrom. Syme. Noyd. Isaac for the tie. No, Hollinger grabs it. His 2 comes up short. Beathy the rebound with 2 seconds left. Exeter-Milligan looks like they will escape with a 3 overtime victory. Perhaps. Could it be? There's the 4-point lead. And that will do it. What an outstanding game between these two teams. Everybody in the City Auditorium on their feet applauding the effort of these two. Exeter-Milligan wins it 64-60 in triple overtime. Outstanding basketball game. Run down the scoring for you real quick. For Cross County, Christian Rystrom finished with 7. Alex Pinkelman finished with 3. Kale Lundstrom with 9. Grant Hollinger with 8. Isaac Noyd with 16. Corey Hollinger with 13. Austin Van Horn and Thomas Harrington Newton each with 2. For Exeter-Milligan, Johnny Babula had 3. Max Zeleny had 11. Colton Bossler had 6. Trevor Zelenka 5. Spencer Pribble 11. But Jackson Beathy with 30 points in the ball game. A triple overtime victory for Exeter-Milligan, 64-60. Your final count. Picture time underneath the east hoop for the Timberwolves and Coach Dean Philippi. Girls warm-ups on the floor momentarily, and the girls championship set to start about 25 minutes from now. 7 o'clock is pretty close to when we will be having tip-off. And a reminder, a special presentation just before the introduction of lineups. That's coming up for you here on StriveSports.com and our coverage of the Crossroads Conference Basketball Tournament.